Man, Anthony Edwards, he ain't trying to get scanned for NBA 2K26. Ronnie 2K, stop begging. Anthony Edwards out there living his best life.
It's AllCity. Load up that clip.
Let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. What's your rating?
I just ran into Ronnie in the elevator on the way up here. I should have packed him up for.
Stop it. That's not even stop it. Stop it. Why you ain't press him in?
Shout out to Ronnie too.
Oh, now you want to pick him up. Yo, no, if you want to say get that shit together, bro, say that. Get your shit together, bro.
Clay, you didn't play in the game last night, but you were able to come out here and win this contest. How does it feel right now?
It feels great. I might not be able to jump like these young bucks, but I'll never lose the strap. Ronnie 2K changed my three-point rating right now. Right now. Friggin' hater.
Congratulations on the triple-double. What inspired you today?
I'm just trying to really get my NBA 2K rating up.
I think you did just that.
The fact is, NBA players, they aren't necessarily happy with their 2K ratings on NBA 2K games. Ronnie 2K receives a ton of backlash from NBA players. I'll reference this post headline and quote from Ronnie 2K. It says, Ronnie 2K on players backlash over NBA 2K ratings. Quoting Ronnie, he says, I've been blocked by a couple of players. As the face of NBA 2K, Ronnie 2K always gets backlash from NBA players about their ratings. I reference this snippet about hating Ronnie 2K. It says, while the sentiment isn't universally hate, NBA players and the NBA 2K community expressed significant frustration and criticism towards Ronnie Singh, also known as Ronnie 2K, the public face of NBA 2K games. This stems from various issues, including perceived favoritism, misleading information, and a disconnect between his public persona and the reality of game development. NBA 2K26 is about to drop, and this process of player rating starts all over again. But I'm sure a lot of you guys are curious as to how 2K actually comes up with NBA player ratings.
Because I want to focus on you right now, okay? I want to know, because the ratings are interesting. How do you come up with these ratings and these rankings? How do you do it?
Yeah, so there's 30 some odd mini attributes. Some of them are obviously based on the court performance, you know, like inside shot, free throw percentage, all of that can be pretty easily translated. Then there's some stuff that's obviously off the court, like awareness, IQ, things that are a little bit less tangible. That's thrown into a formula and it spits out a number. And I'll tell you, Stephen A., that number has made a lot of people happy, unhappy. It's a full bag of emotions every time that we release the ratings.
Maybe a player like Anthony Edwards doesn't like 2K's formula for coming up with player ratings. Maybe that's why he refuses to get scanned for NBA 2K games. And with all of 2K's resources, all of the technology that they have at their disposal, they still haven't been able to come up with a better face scan for Anthony Edwards. Let's reference this post from Jumpman Germ. Says, need 2K to have Cyberface and 2K26 like these PC modders. On the left side, you see NBA 2K's effort to create Anthony Edwards, and on the right side, you see a PC mod from Manja. Which one do you guys think is the better option for Anthony Edwards? I'll reference this next snippet. It says, it is not yet known if Anthony Edwards received a face scan for NBA 2K26. While players in the NBA are automatically included in game due to the NBA, like the Player Association's agreement with 2K, face scans require a whole separate process. There have been past instances where Edwards has not participated in the face scan process for NBA 2K. Whether he participates in the face scan process for 2K26 remains to be seen. But that hasn't stopped Ronnie 2K from hitting an all-time low and reaching out to some heavy hitters, some large social media influencers, asking them to use their audience to tag Anthony Edwards in an attempt to get him face scanned for NBA 2K26.
Hey, y'all gotta fix Anthony Edwards' scan. His scan is crazy.
Yeah, so actually, I'm glad you brought that up. He hasn't scanned, so like we can't force him to scan. Trust me, I've tried it everything.
Bet.
All the favors. You guys actually want to do me a favor with the Anthony Edwards scan? You want to do me a favor? Get your entire community, your entire chat, tweet Anthony Edwards, tell me he's got to get scanned.
Now, although I can't knock Ronnie 2K's hustle for trying to get this face scan, I find it extremely ironic that he attempts to use AMP's audience to persuade Anthony Edwards to get a face scan for 2K. In the same breath that he says he cannot force Anthony Edwards to get a face scan, he wants AMP's audience to tell him he gotta get scanned. Now, if you guys know the history between Ronnie 2K and Agent in particular, then you know they're not on the best of terms. And here goes Ronnie 2K asking the same folks that he did wrong for a personal favor.
Hey, Agent, I see you looking angry over there. I miss you, buddy. I really do. I miss Agent.
First of all, that scan is crazy.
He was the first guy to get a scan. I really miss his scan was fire. We're gonna make that happen again, Agent.
It's heaven! You're muted, dummy! Oh, I was talking to myself the whole time.
Nah.
Ronnie, you know what's crazy? You guys answered my question. I said, what happened to my face scan, Ronnie?
What? Oh, I'm sorry, what? One more time?
I said, what happened to my face scan?
Who's speaking? I can't even see.
It's me, Agent Zero.
Oh, so you have to scan on next gen. We're gonna make that happen again. So by the way, guys, fellas, hopefully we can make this happen where I can scan all of you. I know Duke, you got one coming. And the rest of you guys, let's make it happen.
Let's do it.
Yo, Ronnie.
Hey, question though, if somebody is like big, right? Will they be big in the game, or how does that work?
Yeah, like if Phantom look big in real life and
you make your build. Sorry, Phantom. I ain't gonna answer that. I'll save you. I ain't gonna answer that for them.
Yeah, I guess what I'm saying. Now, Agent, you cop the plea, bro. You pussy, bro.
yeah, I know, Agent, you. Bro.
Y'all so weird. What about?
Like you just shut down.
Bro,
like,
what do you want me to say? No, I know. Stand on it, Davis. What do you want me to say?
I got you. You cut your camera off and you went missing. Bitch, you ain't gonna lie.
Because I'm on. No, I didn't cut my camera off.
Did he run you out your Discord?
Oh my God.
I told y'all there's a history there, and I find it extremely ironic that Ronnie 2K is now like the tables have completely turned, and now Ronnie 2K is reaching out to these larger than life social media influencers asking for a favor. These same guys now have the power of influence that Ronnie 2K and 2K once had over them. You see, there's more details in face scanning than you guys may be aware of. I'll let Agent explain, and we'll wrap it up.
I didn't think you'd ever get to this point, but here we are. Ronnie 2K hops on live streams and actively lies about me. And the lies have been progressively getting worse to the point where he just feels really comfortable talking about private details in my life publicly. Ronnie, pay very close attention to what's happening. It took you 2 months to ruin your credibility and be known as a certified pathological liar in the NBA 2K community. Everything started when I wasn't invited to community day. Do we remember that? A week went by, 2 weeks went by, I didn't receive a single thing in my email. Everybody else did. The game came out. I was wondering if Ronnie was gonna give me a logo. I didn't think he would, but I was like, he kinda has to, right? It'd be weird if he gave it to everybody but me. It kinda looked like he had a vendetta, you know what I mean? He had something against me. Game came out, I ain't get a logo. But if you're gonna address it, don't lie about it. Or just ignore it. Like, you have two options here. And so this was Ronnie 2K's response when he was asked for the 500th time in his stream why I don't have a logo.
I've already talked about Agent's logo. He's scanned from last year, but he didn't want to. He's got to release his likeness to us, and he didn't sign the contract. So without a scan, I can't put his logo on there.
All right, here we go. I just want to remind you that you were the first person to bring up the contract. I tried to avoid bringing it up, but here we go. But in this situation, I don't want to go into the details of the contract because that would take forever. If I had to rate the contract out of 10, it would be a 2 out of 10. And the only reason it's not a 1 is because people were promised logos and verification here. But the thing is, there's plenty of people who have verifications and that have face scans that didn't talk about matters in my private life. This is what he said.
That's be in America if it wasn't for me. I helped him with a visa, and now, like, you guys don't know the full story. Like, I helped him with a visa so he could come to America. I wrote him a letter. Like, I helped him if it wasn't for me. And then he has the audacity to continue to act poorly towards me. So, yeah, I don't really like that very much. If I do you a favor of such a magnitude, that's no problem. So, and he can say whatever he wants. He knows the truth. That's my issue with Agent.
If I do you a favor of such magnitude, All right, here we go. Now we got to talk about my visa. Jesus, who thought I'd get to this point? So I applied for an O1 visa. It's people of extraordinary ability. Usually athletes, artists, entertainers will go for this visa. Allows a lot of flexibility, yada, 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 but it's hard to get. You need a lot of help. A lot of them signed it. Ronnie was one of the people who signed it, so he did help. He's not lying about that. But I found it crazy that this wasn't the only time he used I signed a visa for him, so I can't believe I didn't get this kind of treatment. What am I supposed to do? You want me to sign any contract you send me, even if it makes no sense for my channel? Think about it. You know what terms were in that contract. It would absolutely compromise anything and everything I do on this channel. So no, I didn't feel comfortable signing it. I told you I didn't feel comfortable signing it. Why are we pushing it to this point? This is not the only time he used the visa thing as a way to get me to do something, as leverage. I'll say this though. There was a couple videos in the last 4 months on this channel where Ronnie 2K messaged me and was basically tried to check me and say, I didn't like that video. Why would you post that video? Sometimes he'd even say things like the devs hated that video. Even though I knew he wasn't talking about the developers, he was talking about 2K Sports, the publisher. Why do I have to deal with this? I didn't get into YouTube to be in politics or to be in drama. That's Agent Beanstar's job. My job is to play the game and make funny videos. That's it. That's the only thing I want to do.
As I mentioned earlier, face scans require a whole separate process. Neither 2K or Ronnie 2K can force NBA players to get scanned. Maybe 2K just needs to reevaluate whatever contract they attempt to put in place requiring an NBA player to get face scanned. Maybe that's why players like Anthony Edwards refuse to do so. Or maybe they just don't care enough. I think it's past due time that Ronnie 2K recognizes his place. Once upon a time presenting himself to the 2K community like he walks on water, to now asking these same people to help support him in his role. Neither here nor there. I'm curious to hear your thoughts about this stuff, so share them in the comment section below. If any of you guys are new here, drop a like and drop a sub on your way out, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all. If you guys are tired of running with randoms and you're looking for players to run with on NBA 2K, come on out and join the AllCity 2K Discord. The link will be in the description below. Find players and get runs now. Drop a like and drop a sub on your way out. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all.